Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video it's going to be my team selection for game week 21, which is of course the deadline is today. It is later on this evening and I completely, not gonna lie, I completely forgot about it. I knew it was the 14th of January, but I don't know why in my head I thought that was a Saturday, even though I knew yesterday was the 13th, and it weren't until late last night where I've gone, oh Jesus Christ, it's tomorrow the deadline, it is tomorrow. So literally we've got less than 10 hours until the deadline from doing this video. I can't believe how far behind I am, but nevertheless I've got an idea what I want to do for game week 21. So I've got one free transfer and I've kind of got an idea what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to lie, I'm also stuck with what I've got to do. But anyways, we'll talk about it a little bit later. Let's talk about game week 20 and how my team got on. So overall my team scored 53 points overall, which did actually give me a red arrow, which was a bit of a shame, but yeah, I got a red arrow. I like to think I know why I got the red arrow, but yeah. Anyways, so Martinez was my goalkeeper, and surprise, surprise, he conceded, and he only got 2 points to me. At this point, it's just like, I'm stuck with the guy. It feels like I just can't do anything about it. It doesn't matter what Villa do, it doesn't matter how many games they win, they can't keep a clean sheet, literally, to save their lives. It's just infuriating, really, especially when they're playing Leicester. You kind of think, you know what, they'll keep a clean sheet there. But no, they didn't, and they conceded. Backline then, so I had to go for a 4-man midfield because Rodgers is suspended for game week 20, which is a shame. So that meant I had Colwill, Lewis, Hall, and Robinson came into my team. So that was the transfer that I made. I took out Delo, probably the right time, really, because United conceded a couple of goals. So that meant that was my 4-man defence. Taylor was my substitute defender and he had a -1. So good job I didn't start with him. And even he didn't start and he still got -1. So that meant Colwill started for me. He only got the 1 point. Conceded against Crystal Palace. And he also got a yellow card. So that's a bit of a pain. Lewis lost, I was going to say the 1-4-1. But of course they had to concede 1 goal, Man City. Same old Man City there. Can't keep a clean sheet. So that meant he had 2 instead of 6. Lewis Hall didn't get a clean sheet against Spurs. Alright, Spurs is a tough fixture and I weren't actually expecting a clean sheet, to be fair. So that one I'm not too shocked about. And then Robertson, I mean, I did think he was going to get a clean sheet against Ipswich. So the fact that I conceded 2 was a bit of a pain in the backside, because that was the reason why I brought the guy in. I thought, out of all the teams going to get a clean sheet, he probably could. Wish I went for Aina now of Nottingham Forest, because he did get the clean sheet. So that one did not work out for me at all. Midfield wise then, so Smith Rowe had to come in my team. I'll talk about that one first, just because obviously the Rodgers problem, and the fact is I don't have any other bench options. But at least he did come on and get a point for me, so I'll take the point if I'm being honest. The other 3 midfielders though, they all did pretty well for me. So Eze, really happy that I brought him in when I have. So again, he got an assist against Chelsea, definitely be taking that, so he got me 5 points. Cole Palmer smashed it there, getting a nice chunk of change there with 10 points. Definitely take that from the Crystal Palace game. So obviously he got the goal and he also got the 3 bonus points. It's a bit of a shame that Eze didn't get any bonus points, to be fair, but nevertheless, so yeah, Palmer got all 3 there. And then of course my captain was no other than Mohamed Salah against Man United. I was never worried, if I'm being honest, what he was going to do. He got the goal against United. Didn't get any bonus points though, which was a bit of a surprise, but he did get a goal, which is of course the main thing. And then that leaves me in my 2 up top, which was Watkins and Haaland. Watkins, I can't believe he blanked against Leicester. Leicester conceded goals left, right and centre. They scored 2 goals and Watkins didn't get any, which was a major blow to me there, so only 2 points from him. But Erling Haaland, a man who keeps getting sold by everybody, literally, did get on the score sheet, not only once, but twice. So definitely really happy with his performance, getting the 3 bonus points on top of that. So more of the same from him would really help me out massively. So yeah, not too bad, with my attackers in all fairness. It's just my defence was absolutely shocking, which is probably the reason as to why I did end up with a red arrow. So 53 points. Let's hope for a better performance for game week 21. So then, game week 21. Starting us off then is my goalkeeper, and of course it's going to be Martinez in goal. Although he is currently flagged, he is more than likely going to be playing. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going to take the gamble anyway. And if he doesn't start, I've only missed out on, what, 2 points max from the looks of it. But he has got Everton away. On paper, that looks nice, but the fact that Sean Dyche has been sacked, David Moyes is in charge, it makes me a little bit more worried. Hopefully, Aston Villa can get the clean sheet and Martin starts, but I am not going to be counting my chickens in that one. I expect 2 points, no more than that. It's going to be a back four yet again for me at the moment in time. I'm still umming and ahhing on what to do with it, but at this moment in time, I'm still going for the back four, even though he had a terrible performance in the last game week. So Robinson's got West Ham away. Again, another team that has sat their manager and got a new guy in Graham Potter, so probably not the best time to be going against West Ham, but I'm going to... If anybody gets dropped from this back line, it's going to be Robinson. But at this moment in time, he is starting for me. The fact that it's away from home isn't great. Rico Lewis got Brentford away. Another tough fixture there for them. And Mbeumo and Woods are going to start. I won't be surprised if they score as well. So I'm not confident with him either. Colwell's got a tough game at home against Bournemouth. I'm hoping the fact that it's at home, Chelsea can get a clean sheet there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Semenyo scores against Chelsea. And then Lewis Hall has got Wolves at home. He's probably the best chance for me to get a clean sheet. Although they have got the lights. They've got some good strikers, Wolves have, and Cunha and Larson. So fingers crossed he can get the clean sheet there. But after game week's 20 performance, I'm not confident with my defence at all. I've not been confident for quite some time now. Midfield wise, it's going to be a 4-man midfield yet again. Now, Rodgers is coming to the team and Smith Rowe's on the bench, but this is not guaranteed. Now, if I find out team news tonight that Smith Rowe starts for West Ham, I will possibly start him and then put Robinson or Lewis on the bench. Probably more Robinson than Lewis. That is what I'm thinking of doing. So at the minute, Smith Rowe is on my bench, but if I find out he is starting against West Ham, then I will change it and I will bring him into my starting lineup. But for now, he's on the bench, which means Rodgers comes back into my team. Obviously, he did really well in the FA Cup for Aston Villa, getting that goal the other day. So hopefully he can continue that against Everton. His way is against David Moyes. Hopefully they overpower them. Mo Salah is obviously starting for me as well, of course. He's got Forest away. Tough fixture, to be fair. Forest third in the league. Doing really well. It's away from home, which is why he's not my captain for this game week. It's always a gamble when you don't go for Salah as your captain. But we'll have to see how it goes. But the fact that it is today makes me feel a bit better than if Palmer does blank tonight. I'm going to have to wait 24 hours. So, yeah, Salah's not my captain. It's going to be Palmer, which obviously you can see next to him. He's got Bournemouth at home. The reason why I've gone for Palmer captain ahead of Salah is the fact that Palmer's at home. Both of them got tough fixtures, to be fair. Bournemouth and Forest doing really well this season. Obviously, Forest in the top three, like I just said. So, that is why I've just edged Palmer ahead of Salah as my captain. And then Eze is my last midfielder there. He's got Leicester City away. Probably the best fixture out of all the midfielders who is playing. So, fingers crossed he can continue his great form that he's got going at Crystal Palace. And then, of course, that leaves my front two being Watkins and Erling Haaland. Both of them are away from home, Everton and Brentford. Watkins, I'm really worried about whether he'll start or not. And the fact is, he is not playing until tomorrow, which is even more of a pain in the backside. Because if Duran starts, I'm going to be gutted. I'm just hoping, because right at the minute we're in the January window, there's been a lot of transfer rumours about Duran, a lot of bids apparently going in for him. Hopefully that means that Emre will go and start Ollie Watkins instead. But even then, he will be brought off early. So I'm not going to have Watkins probably for too much longer, depending on whether Duran gets sold or not, if I'm being honest. Because I'm looking at the fixture-wise, I'm thinking he's got Everton this week. After that, it's Arsenal, so I probably will get rid of him sooner rather than later. And Erling Haaland, another headache of a player to have, because Brentford's not the easiest fixture. Then he's got Ipswich, and then he's on a terrible run. So hopefully these next 2 game weeks, Haaland can get a couple of goals in both games, because after that he's on a terrible, terrible run. And this is my problem. So you would have noticed I've not made a transfer for this game week, because I don't know what to do. I want Anthony Gordon in my team, but who do I take out? I've got 1 free transfer, so I'd have to take a hit if I want to bring him in. I can't get rid of Salah and I can't get rid of Palmer. So that leaves me with Smith Rowe and Rodgers, who are not in his price bracket. They're too cheap. And Eze is also too cheap. So I'd have to take out either Haaland or Watkins in order to bring him in. And then that means I got a -4 hit. So, and then also, ideally, maybe I'd like Isak as well. So that's 2 players I want. I'd have to get rid of both the strikers. I'd have to get rid of, well, I'll get rid of Haaland more than likely. And then one of my midfielders. Getting rid of Haaland means it doesn't matter which one. So it'd be Smith Rowe. But I can't do that in this game week, if I'm being honest. Which is a real pain. Ideally, I'd like Gordon. I'm going to have to just stick with my team. Which is a shame, because I've got a feeling I'm going to have another red arrow. Especially because Newcastle got Wolves. Everybody's going in on Isak and Anthony Gordon. And I would love to have him in my team right now. But I've made it too difficult for myself. I shouldn't have made that transfer last week with Robertson. I should have saved the transfer, then I would have had 2 free transfers, and then I could have taken out Smith Rowe, put Gordon in, and then took out Haaland for Isak. But I can't do that now. I'm just going to have to stick with what I've got and just pray that it goes to pot for Newcastle. And I'll take a 0-0 draw, so then at least I get a clean sheet out of it. But I just can't see it, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that is how my team is going to be for later today. Obviously, the only change it looks like it could be is Robinson and Smith Rowe. Apart from that, everybody else will be in my team for this game week. Fingers crossed Ollie Watkins starts and plays at least 75 minutes. Can't see it happening, to be fair. And fingers crossed Martinez starts. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking of this team. I think it's pretty awful. It probably is the reason why I've been struggling with my rank this season. Let me know what you guys are thinking about doing for game week 21 as well. And please do not forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.